جودی اسگرو: این موزه تنها به مردم ایران تعلق ندارد، بلکه جهان هم نیاز دارد که آن را ببیند. جهان باید بیدار شود.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Dear Madam Rajvi, may I say how wonderful it is to be here. The last time we were together was in 2018. And it was such a moving experience that I was so anxious to make sure that I had an opportunity to be here again this year. And nothing was going to keep any of us away, no matter who said what and what terrorist threat there might be. In 2018, when I had the last opportunity to be here with you, and following the arrest of Asadi and his fellow terrorists for plotting a bomb in the NCRI's annual meeting that most of us were in attendance. Many around the world applauded the intelligence cooperation of France, Germany, Belgium, and Luxembourg, police and security forces, for averting one of the deadliest terrorist operations in Europe's history. However, here we are on the 4th anniversary of that, and we're hearing the unbelievable news that Belgium has signed a treaty with Iran, as we all know, and Asadi, who has been handed a sentence of 20 years in jail, could be handed back to the Iranian regime. This treaty is a very sweet deal for Iran and a very dangerous one, not only for Belgium and Europe, but for the entire world. Such a deal indicates that with regards to the Iranian regime, we in the West are moving on a completely wrong direction. We must stop the appeasement and stand by and defend the people of Iran and PMOI and the tremendous work that they are continuing to do with their movement. People of Iran have shown in their protests and uprising, like slogans "Down with Khomeini" and "Down with Ra'is," that they seek a fundamental change. Reports from inside Iran that we continue to hear show that especially the youth and women are joining the MEK resistance units in large numbers and are risking their lives to break the atmosphere of fear in a society, leading to more and more uprising. In this way, they are appealing to the world community to stand with them and to respect the desire of the Iranian people for a free Iran, free of all forms of dictatorship, be it in the current religious one or the one-party dictatorship of the Shah. But clearly, Western governments are not getting it, and they continue to assist and appease the Iranian mullahs. And that needs to stop. And hopefully, as a result of many of the messages that come out today, that will stop. I have to say, Madam Rajvi, we had a wonderful visit of the museum yesterday, and it was just an overwhelming exhibit. It left many of us in tears, but it also left us with a level of determination that we maybe didn't have before we actually visited the museum. And we've seen all of the wonderful demonstrations that were there. And I ask that you share that with the world, because it's not just for the Iranian people. The world needs to see it. The world needs to wake up and know that in order for us to have a chance of peace throughout the entire world, we need to see that there is democracy in Iran, and the people have freedom and a right to live.
And all I want to say is the visit to the museum yesterday was so very moving. And as Judy said, it is something, the pictures shown in that museum and the emotion shown in that museum is what the world needs to see in terms of the tragedy that is happening and the human rights abuses that are happening in Iran under the mullahs. And I want to thank the supporters who definitely supported the building of that museum and the people that maintain it. Some of the people we talked to there yesterday, the emotion they showed, but imagine doing that every day, where you're talking about your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your child, who lost their life for fighting for freedom, and may have been tortured and a lot have been tortured in terms of loss of their life. So I want to thank those individuals who work and support the museum so that the stories, the tragic stories of the people who have lost their lives in the fight for freedom can be told. So thank you for that.
Madame la Présidente, moi aussi, bien évidemment, j'ai été très ému en sortant du musée hier, mais je pense que ça nous a donné la certitude à tous les gens qui sont ici dans cette pièce que nous sommes du bon côté de l'histoire, Madame la Présidente. Et c'est important de l'être lorsqu'on est élu démocratiquement. Et donc, Madame la Présidente, ce que je vous dis, c'est que nous serons à vos côtés parce que maintenant, on a la certitude que votre combat sera victorieux. Merci beaucoup de l'invitation.